Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Risma Putri. I am a student from Junior High School to Blora, and right now I am going to tell you guys an Indonesian folk tale called Kubo Iwa, the good giant from Bali. So, once upon a time, there was a man and his wife. They had been married for a long time, but they still hadn't got their first child yet. And so they began to pray to God so that they could have their first child as soon as possible. And not so long after, the wife finally became pregnant. She was pregnant with a baby boy, and they were very happy. And but this baby boy was extraordinary. He likes to eat and drinks a lot more than the other children. And so day after day, he began to eat more and more, and his body became bigger and bigger. And by the time he was a teenager, his body is as big as a buffalo, and people started to calling him Kubo Iwa. And because of his eating habit, Kubo parents spent a lot of money just for Kubo Iwa's food, just for them to buy Kubo Iwa's food in a large amount. And sadly, Kubo Iwa parents became bankrupt. And because of that, Kubo Iwa parents asked their villagers to help them provide the food for Kubo Iwa. The villagers agreed, and they started to provide the food for Kubo Iwa, and they were building a house for Kubo Iwa to stay in because Kubo Iwa could no longer stay in his parents' houses anymore because of his big body. He was like a giant. And so, uh, but just a few months after, the villagers could no longer provide the food for Kubo Iwas anymore. And they asked Kubo Iwa to cook the food by himself, and they prepared the raw materials. And Kubo Iwa agreed. Because of Kubo Iwa's gratitude feelings towards the villagers, Kubo Iwa then helped the villagers to build a dam, dig up some well, and protect the villagers from the attack of animals and people. And on the other side, there was Majapahit. Majapahit wanted to attack Bali, and, but Majapahit knew that there was Kubo Iwa, and they couldn't defeat Kubo Iwa with their current power. And so they planned something. They invited Kubo Iwa to come to Majapahit to help them build some well because Majapahit had been suffering from a long dry season and they needed a lot of water. Kubo Iwa, that did not know the plan, came to Majapahit and then started to help Majapahit to build some well. When Kubo Iwa was digging up a really big well, the troops of Majapahit came and then they started to cover the well that Kubo Iwa was in. And with Kubo Iwa inside, Kubo Iwa wanted to escape from there, but he couldn't do anything. So he began to suffocating and then sadly he died on that well. And after the death of Kubo Iwa, Majapahit started to attack Bali and Bali was conquered by Majapahit. Until now, people still remember Kubo Iwa because he had done a lot for Majapahit and Bali. You can still look up at the legendary Kubo Iwa Stonehead statue in Pura Gaduh Temple in Blah Batu. That's all from me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.